I have a lot to say about this. I am pissed off. I'm struggling to find the words, but I am pissed off big time here. I don't know where to start. Okay, where do I start? Let's start with the most obvious reason I'm pissed off, and let's just work backwards, okay? So, number one, and you think I'm going to say because it's going to PlayStation. No, that's not the number one reason. That is bad, but that's not the number. The number one reason I am pissed off is because I own this game. I own this game. Physical. You know what that means? It means I get nothing. It means I get nothing. Never mind that we go to my gamer score and we see that I completed the game. Complete gamer score, 1,250 completed. Never mind that I completed Gears of War 4, completed. Never mind that I more or less completed Gears 5 and did Judgment and 3 and 2 and 1 more or less. No, forget all that. Okay, forget that I'm a serious, Gears of War fan. This is like my favorite game of all time. Literally, the first one is one of my favorite games of all time. It's like Halo Reach and Gears of War 1. Those are the two best multiplayer games on freaking 360. So now you've put me in a position where I have to now buy this, okay? Because I'm a huge motherfucking fan of this game, right? Why? First of all, everybody who owns Ultimate Edition digitally is getting it for free, yet anybody that bought the physical edition in 2016, when games were more physical than they are now, gets nothing. Yet somebody who downloaded the game last week, not somebody who downloaded it when it came out, because that would be fine, but somebody who downloaded it last week in the sale, scratch that, somebody who downloaded it yesterday in the sale, May the 4th, gets this motherfucking game for free. If you bought the freaking Ultimate Edition for like £10 yesterday. But yet I have to pay full price or get Game Pass, which runs out, ironically, 2 days after this. Right? My Game Pass that I had running for like the last 3-6 years, whatever, what is like part of my gold and I'm getting it for free. Oh yeah, that runs out 2 days after this is released. So that's fantastic. So I'm getting shafted in like 8 different ways here, right? By Microsoft. Okay, so what the fuck is that all about? Okay. Now you can say, well, blah, 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 because you're not going to have some fucking idiot defending this. Okay, wasn't the Series X sold as like everybody gets the 4K upgrades for free? Like, aren't there games from the 360 that have 4K upgrades for the Xbox Series X? Doesn't Gears of War 5 go from being upgraded from the Xbox One version to the Series X version? It goes from 60 frames to 120 frames. It goes from not being 4K to being, well, it is 4K, but it goes from better frame rates in 4K, whatever, okay, and all that crap. So the game was upgraded for the Series X. It was a huge selling point for the Series X, Gears of War 5. That's one of the main reasons I bought it, right? Okay, so now you're taking an older game than Gears of War 5, upgrading it to 4K and 120 FPS. Basically, that's all you're doing. You're upgrading the game from the Xbox One version that I already own, and now you're charging full price for it. But if I'd bought that game digitally, I'd be getting it for free. So why can't I put the disc that I paid for with real money for 25 quid or 30 quid or whatever it was in freaking 2016, put that in the tray and play the fucking enhanced game like I can for Gears 5 and all these other fucking games? So it's a massive fucking scam for Xbox fans. Not only that, okay, I got more to say. Right, check this out. It's coming to PC and PlayStation 5. So not only was this announcement bittersweet with the fact that I'm not getting the fucking game, because fuck you, because it's not good enough that you freaking completed all the fucking games and actually a massive Gears of War fan. That means fuck all. But what does mean something is if you bought the game in the sale last week or yesterday, then you get it for free. Even if you never touched it, never played it in your life, you get it for free. But the people that actually give a shit about it and have been playing it for, 15, 20 years here, they get nothing. Right? That's fucking fantastic. Because clearly the bigger fans are the people that download shit in the sale, not the people that buy it physical day one. Does that make any sense in gaming whatsoever? Why would the digital Why would the physical not give you the same shit? I can still unlock it with the disc. I still have to have the disc. I still would have had to pay the money for the disc. This works with other games on the Xbox Series X. You can choose which version to play and all that shit. Do you want to play the Xbox One version or do you want to play the Series X version? This works with other games on the console. This is not a foreign concept. This is a massive scam. Not only that, if you downloaded the game yesterday or whenever, you get the PlayStation 5 version for nothing as well. Because it's cross-fucking platform. You can get a PlayStation 5 Pro game for nothing if you downloaded the game in the sale yesterday. You just by pure fucking fluke. That is ridiculous. That's insane. Alright? Nonsense. First of all, why is this game coming to PlayStation? I thought it was 4 games, Phil. What happened to it being, oh, it's only 4 games? Well, that lasted all of a week. Okay. Now, I agree with what Phil's saying. There's going to be some PlayStation games coming the other way and going to PC and exclusivity's going. There's going to be some PlayStation games going to Switch and all this sort of stuff. I agree with him. It's going to happen. Because they're following Microsoft's fucking bullshit model. Because Microsoft put all their shit on PC. Sony put all their shit on PC. It's inevitable, right? But that still doesn't mean this is a good thing. For who? If PlayStation players wanted to play Gears of War, they would have played it by now. Because it's not that expensive to buy an Xbox. Just throwing it out there. So, what does this really accomplish? Putting a, well, 2006, this game came out in 2006, the original game, right? Remastered in 2015 or whatever, right? 2014, 2015, whatever, right? Whatever the year it was. It was around the same time as MCC, so it was like 2014. So it was like 9 years. Yeah, it was 9 years from the original release when it came out. I'm just like, so you're telling me that all this time, it's been like 20 years. And you're telling me Sony fans are now just suddenly going to play it because it's on Sony? They've had all these years to buy a freaking Xbox, man. It ain't happening. They don't give a shit about Gears of War. If they did, they would have already played it. Or they would have played it on PC. Because it's on PC as well. And who doesn't own a PC? And it's an old game. So it makes no sense, right? Absolutely no sense to do this. But whatever. They're doing it. And that means you're going to have all the bullshit crossplay between Xbox and PlayStation to fuck things up even more. So the multiplayer might be a big fucking flop because it's going to have all this crossplay bullshit. It's crossplay with PC, so you can have all the fucking hackers in the games. So it ain't going to be the real Gears experience, which is, you know, a general, you know, decent lobby of people who are not hacking the fucking game. That's what I'm saying. So this is going to have population at release. I'm going to play it because I'm a massive Gears fan. It is what it is. But this ain't going to be what Ultimate Edition was in 2014 when that came out. It's not going to be as good as that because that was raw Xbox. It's just Xbox, people. There's no bullshit PlayStation gamers. There's no bullshit PC gamers in there. And people are going to be like, well, crossplay is a good thing. I'm telling you now, for Gears of War, it has been the worst thing for Gears of War. Okay? Look up the JSON files. I'll put a link in the video. Domez did a video recently. Everybody on PC is hacking Gears of War 5. Even pro players and whatever. Look into that shit, okay? So I'll post a link in the description for that if you don't believe me.
It's not just one person with the JSON files. It's multiple people. And look what Discord they're in, chat. How many players in VSlack got them? How many players now from the ELO's Discord got them too?
So it's well known that everybody on PC is hacking Gears. So now you're putting PC and PlayStation. So now PlayStation players can know what it's like to be hacked in a Gears of War game. Have fun. So that's the negatives. What's the positives here? Okay, well, this is my freaking favorite game. It's coming back out. I get another run at this multiplayer, which is one of my favorite multiplayers. So there's that. Okay? There's that. Okay? This would be like if Halo Reach re-released and it wasn't made by 343. Okay? So that's a good thing. But other than that, I'm not really happy about this. It's going to come out for $40. I haven't got a UK price yet, but that's going to be like, probably going to be 40 quid with tax that I've got to now pay. Or I've got to renew Game Pass somehow to play the game. So I've been fucked over it because I already paid back in, and I can't put the disc in and play it. But you can do that with like nearly every game on the Xbox. But not this one, because fuck you, GLL. That's how I feel. I'm getting fucked over again. Microsoft hates me for some fucking reason. They knew this. They knew this would piss me off. Okay, they knew. It was specifically targeted at me because of all them anti-343 videos I made, by the sound of it. So, fuck Play Anywhere, fuck PC, fuck PlayStation, but at least if you'd have given me the game for free, but now you're fucking me over there. So what is it to really be positive about? Okay, cool that the game's coming out in, better frame rate. You're going to have less loading. It's going to be 4K mastered, which the old one wasn't. Like, Ultimate Edition does run on Series X, but it doesn't run well. It does run better on the Xbox One X. You get light flickering all the time if you play it on the Series X. It doesn't run very well, in my opinion. So it'd be nice to have the game enhanced, but why couldn't they just enhance it and the people that own it get it enhanced like every other game? Now, it's going to be in another achievement list, so I'm guessing it's going to be the same achievements from Ultimate Edition, which are not that difficult to complete. So there's that. So with the connotation, so what this also means is Xbox has gone fully third party now. There's no arguments now. Gears of War's their second biggest franchise outside of Halo, and they're putting that on PlayStation. So everything's coming to PlayStation now. So we're gonna have a real issue on our hands next gen, because I don't know what's gonna, if they release a console next gen, it's not gonna do well. I'm gonna say that right now, because they're literally shoveling their games onto everything else, like PC, everything. So what is the point? And it's cross-play, so you can't even have a console experience on the game because they force you onto the PC anyway. So you might as well just get the games on PC because they're forcing you onto the PC anyway, and you don't have to pay for gold on PC. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking scam for everybody. Everybody gets scammed. No one wins here. PC gamers don't win because they'll get a shitty version of the game, because they always do. Xbox won't win because they have to force to play with PC players, which they don't want to do. PlayStation are going to have the same issue, forced to play with PC players. They're going to have to sign into an Xbox account, where everybody was pissed off that people had to sign into a Sony account on Steam, but you have to sign into an Xbox account on Sony, so does no one care about that? Does no one care about having to sign into an Xbox account on Steam to play this fucking game? Because that's what you have to do. You have to have a Microsoft account to play most of the game. So there's all that. I'm assuming this is digital only. I'm assuming there's no physical edition, which again makes no sense because there's already a physical disc with the game on it that should upgrade to the Series X version, but we're all getting shafted, so fuck you. But then again, they could release a physical edition of this, but they're not going to, because it's going to be like Oblivion, and basically Microsoft is not making physical games anymore. This is the end of physical games. This announcement is like bad on so many levels. So there's no physical media anymore. That's gone. The games are not on the disc anyway, like we've been discussing over the Nintendo situation, because that we're saying like, yeah, well, that's been the case on Microsoft for years. Okay, so there's no physical. There's no even if there was a physical, it wouldn't be on the disc because it wouldn't fit. The physical game that should load the game doesn't load it because fuck you, even though you paid for it. But if you bought it digitally yesterday for no money, then you get it, which is complete bogus bullshit. Having all the games completed, like all this, means absolutely jack, even though this should mean something. Like it should be like, okay, if this guy has completed the game score in the game, he should get the updated one for free. Like, why the fuck wouldn't they do that? It's like, if you're a massive fan of the game and have got all the achievements, why wouldn't that be a thing? But no, forget that, because somebody bought it yesterday in the sale. That Microsoft just fucks over its loyal customers. It has no concept of loyalty towards its customers, and that's why it's failing miserably. Like, are you kidding me? What did I do to piss you off? Like, I bought all your shit, and you're still upset with me for some reason. I bought 2 Series X's. Are you still upset with me? I bought the game's physical. You're upset with me. What the fuck, man? I got Game Pass. Okay, yeah, I scam it, but everybody scams it. You made it that way. Why'd you make it that way? You're a bunch of dumbasses, man, Microsoft. I hate Microsoft. Like, this is why I'm so fully in on the Switch, because Microsoft absolutely suck. This one game is my one exception to the rule. If this was any other game fucking me over like this, I wouldn't get it. But this is Gears of War. Now, probably what's going to happen is I'm probably going to end up renewing the Game Pass to play it, because I can't see me going out there and spending a bunch of, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, does it? So I'll probably just renew the Game Pass or figure something out and fuck around that way. But I'm getting fucked over, basically. I should get this game for free. There's absolutely no excuse for people that bought the game physically in 2014, whatever, to not get the fucking disc, to not be able to play it off the disc. No excuse. This console was sold on those upgrades. It was sold on those. Literally, with Gears of War 5, it was sold as you can upgrade the game. And now they're not letting you do that. Now you have to pay for it. It's complete bullshit. Absolute bullshit. One of the greatest games ever for multiplayer. If you haven't played this, play. I mean, this one isn't going to be as good. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know it's not going to be as good, but it's still going to be better than anything that's out now, currently. So I would, if you're someone who's into multiplayer games, and you never play like the ones from back in the day, this is right up your street, because this is going to be huge for about 6 to 12 months, and everyone's going to go back to Fortnite. That's just the way it fucking is. But it's going to be huge. It's going to have a huge release. It's going to be fun. Hopefully, maybe we can get some of my subs to play the game with me. It'll be nice, because it's on PC, it's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox. So hopefully, for once, we might actually get a Gears of War lobby of my subscribers together. Is it a possibility? I'm not going to get my hopes up, but it's a possibility, right? So let me know what you think, guys. Feel free to subscribe. I'm still pissed off. I've calmed down a tiny bit, but I'm still pissed off. And I'm waiting for my hard drives for my PC to get that built. So that's pissing me off as well, because I need to fucking hurry up and get here. So, yeah. Mixed opinions here. Mixed fucking feelings. Like, the whole thing is like a shaft towards me. I'm sick of fucking crossplay. That needs to be an option to turn that shit off out of the gate. And, you know, I don't really care about playing against PlayStation players, because they haven't got the, you know, the hacks. It's the hacks I'm concerned about. It's not. But PlayStation shouldn't be getting it because it's a fucking Xbox game. The same way we shouldn't get Uncharted on the Xbox, or Nintendo shouldn't put Mario on Sony, or whatever. It's the same principle, and I'm sticking to that principle. So that's why that pisses me off. But we knew this was coming, so that wouldn't have been a massive like shock to me. The fact that they're shafting me is a fucking not a massive shock to me either, because this is Microsoft. But hey, being as they sold the console and you can upgrade off the discs, that's a massive fuck up, as in my opinion. That's a massive fuck you to anybody that bought the disc day one. Okay, so fuck Microsoft. I'm gonna get the game anyway, probably through Game Pass or something. I want to play Tony Hawk anyway, so there's that. But that I was going to try and get that done before my Game Pass ran out, because it comes out like a bit earlier in the summer. So it is what it is. So Tony Hawk 3 and 4, looking forward to that. Looking forward to Gears Reloaded. This is a great year for games. I will say that it's a fantastic year for games. You got the Nintendo Switch. You're gonna have Donkey Kong. We're gonna have Mario Kart on the Switch 2. We got Gears of War coming back out. We've got Oblivion just dropped. That was awesome. If you want to redo that, I can't be asked to do it at the minute. But maybe one day. You got Tony Hawk 3 and 4 coming out. There's a lot of great games coming out this year. Not really any were coming for Sony, so Microsoft could have killed them, basically, if they hadn't put the games on Sony. which is kind of crazy, actually, that all the good games are actually on Sony are coming from Microsoft now. It's a bizarre situation. But yeah, let me know what you think. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you on Gears of War. The end result, you mean higher quality matches with the lowest possible fucking latency? That makes no sense.
Can I have a word with you, please?